Welcome to Fashion Show Reaction with Facial Recognition, where we react to fashion show videos, but with a twist. We apply facial recognition technology so that we can identify the models. For our first episode covering womenswear for the fall and winter 2026 to 27 season, we are going to react to Silvana Armani's collection for Armani. Are you ready? Here we go. Now that Giorgio has passed, his niece Silvana is womenswear designer for the House of Armani. Let's see how she did for her first collection. And after I did some menswear shows by myself, welcome back, Sugar.
Thank you so much for allowing me to rejoin our little project. I am ready for some mansplaining.
If you weren't such a diva, you would be around all the time.
Oh, thank you so much, Master. Let's look at some clothes. This is a somber collection which, given the season and Giorgio's passing, seems entirely appropriate. The feel changes later on in the show to a more Armani vibe. But these early looks with their tan belts really get me in a Ralph Lauren mood.
I agree, but after the loss of Giorgio and Paul Costello in 2025, let's not jinx Ralph in 2026.
Ralph is timeless. He will live forever, but let's talk about what Silvana has given us in this collection. The video is very dark, which is a shame as I think the fabrics throughout have rich textures which would liven up what are fairly simple looks. Unfortunately, Ombeline fooled the computer with her glasses. She gets identified later when she comes back in another look.
Regular viewers will notice that unlike previous Armani shows we have reacted to, we have quite a few new to the channel faces here, including our first two honorable mentions presented by Diletta and Phoebe, who both look fantastic.
Those are models right there, and even though at first the coats kind of look like bathrobes, again I think they are rich fabrics that elevate them above bathwear. Oh, love this green ensemble which foreshadows our best look of the show.
This sophisticated green is really the first of some fantastic colors Silvana gives us. A good match with brown accessories is shown by the belt tuck here, and very serene and classy. Unfortunately, the software missed Rhoda here, and again, when she comes back in a second look. Here comes our best look of the show featuring that green, and wow, what a look from Ilya.
That is just chic everyday wear there. We have gowns coming up later for the after party. But you show up to your London office in that and you will wow the staff, and that haircut is super. Unfortunately, it leads to our first of two unknown models. If you know who either of the unidentified models are, please let us know in the comments.
We mentioned we have a lot of new to us faces, but Agnes is in every Armani womenswear show. We can see we have jettisoned that dreamy green and gone back to deeper, richer colors. Let's let the computer do some work.
If you are having fun applying facial recognition technology to a fashion show, please like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. Our goal has always been to humanize the current models and raise viewers' awareness that they are actual people.
And not just really tall, thin, attractive people. Also people who lead interesting lives. Check out your favorite on social media and see what she is up to. Here we get as close to streetwear as you will see in this collection.
But nothing even close to what you saw in the menswear of the same season. It is almost as if when rich, chic straight couples go on dates in late 2026, the women will look well turned out while the men will look, well, not so much.
So what you were saying is that Justin and Haley are ahead of the curve?
Kind of, but it will not be so extreme for sure. You know, your little static trick is starting to grow on me a bit.
Oh, Sugar, thank you so much. You do not know what that means to me. I invite any compliments I can get, especially from you. Okay, here comes the evening wear.
Yes, let us get out of the office and grab a cocktail. This first one was almost an honorable mention. Hey, wait a minute. We are back to coats. Silvana was teasing us, but we do get an ID on Ombeline this time. Okay, I see where we are. These are very Armani-ish pantsuits for rich old ladies.
And you really cannot have an Armani collection without plenty of those, especially with sparkles. So Silvana is following the directive for sure. Oh, here we go back to gowns for our third honorable mention.
I am not sure about this panel on the front. It kind of looks like an amateur project and they had some fabric left over and decided to do this embellishment.
She is repeating it, so I think it must just be going over our heads. Here we switch to what feels a bit South Asian to me.
And Silvana will continue to riff on that feel even harder as we head toward the end of the show. But first we have quite a few very Armani pantsuits with absolutely luscious colors for winter. So rich looking.
As we mentioned, the computer misses Rhoda for a second time, and we had to step in again to assist. Nice, here we still have trousers, but are getting more bare shoulders. Interesting, there are not many coats presented to cover these up, but perhaps some of the coats from early in the show would be a good match. As we see Leah for a second time, I want to call out Miracle for looking absolutely fantastic.
I second that motion. You mentioned the models were more than just beautiful, but wow, Miracle looks amazing in our last honorable mention. And note that this same outfit is presented in many colors. We picked Miracle for the honorable mention because wow.
And as you foreshadowed, from the front, these backless dresses kind of resemble saris given their length. And being over trousers, we are solidly in the subcontinent for inspiration.
But the story really changes when the models turn and we see a lot of skin. Big surprise they decided to not do a parade, but we got an identification on Silvana. Bye now.
See you next episode.